Hey guys, Bix back here for a new video, and today we're here on Hypixel, and again, of course, judging by the title, that is besides the point. But anyways, if you guys are at all new here, please subscribe. We recently just hit 600 subscribers. Well, actually, we hit it a few days ago, but you know, we're celebrating it now. So again, please subscribe. Also, please leave a like. If we get 20 likes on this video, I'll plan the next Optifine Cape giveaway, because you know, you guys probably noticed I'm doing one every 100 subs. So of course, when we hit 700, I'll do another Optifine Cape giveaway. Okay guys, so I think I'm just gonna roll the giveaway winner, and then we're gonna get into the topic of this video. It's gonna be, you know, of course, one of those talking videos. I know I've been doing, that's probably actually just all I've been doing for the past few videos, but I promise you guys I'll be coming out with actual, you know, fun challenges, stuff like that with friends, like, you know, Ender Dragon, Emily, people people you've seen on my stream before. So you know, turn on notifications. You guys want to see those uploads, and let's just roll the giveaway winner. All right guys, so I'm gonna pick the giveaway winner, and of course, let's see how many YouTube comments we actually got in this video. We got 74 comments, so 74 of you guys entered into the giveaway. Also, I forgot to mention, you know, because of the title of the video, you guys probably already assume that one of the conditions is not gonna be viable anymore. If you guys joined the Cronus PvP Discord, it doesn't really matter if you guys didn't either, because I'm not gonna be playing on Cronus anymore because of what they did, but you'll hear about that later in the video. But okay, let's start raffle and pick random winner. Who is it gonna be? It is Shooty's MC. So GG. I'm gonna message you on Discord. I'm actually gonna buy your cape like right now, so I'm actually gonna go do that. Okay guys, so the transaction was successful. Bush triple, you now have a Optifine cape. You can customize it however you want, and GG. Okay guys, so it's time to get into the main part of the video. So I'm going to be talking about why I'm no longer playing the faction server I said I was going to play last video, and kind of the reasons like leading up to me just completely quitting. So at this point, if you guys look at CronusPvP.net, there's pretty much like no players at all, and that's just a real big issue, because me as a small YouTuber, for me to actually grow on YouTube, I need to actually make good content, and with no players, I can't make good content, so there's no way I can really continue recording. And even the server owners saw this themselves, like management and all of them. They saw that the server wasn't really working out, so they even ended the map early, which is not really a good move. So there's also that. And people paid money for, I believe people paid money for stuff, so they kind of just wasted their money, and probably more than what the PayPal prices would have paid back. So yeah, and here comes the really juicy stuff to the whole situation that went down. So something that happened on the map, of course, we started off very good. My faction started off very good, and we started planning out a sugarcane farm, because sugarcane was the main farming economy on the server, and it can make you a lot of money to start off with and start buying spawners. But other factions, of course, made sugarcane farms too, and they actually made it very unfair. So what other factions like Menace were doing, Menace was the other like leading faction, they were unfairly grinding sugarcane. They were using a bot, and it was pretty much a script to break sugarcane, which is not allowed. It's not actually allowed in any way. And staff were doing nothing about this, and they were making a lot of money because of this. And if any of you guys here actually play the server and you were, you know, there, you were like, Bix, you guys, my faction, Plan B, used something similar, but no, we were actually using printer mode, and the staff even said themselves it was allowed, according to my faction, that is. If I'm actually wrong on this information, just tell me. All right, so the next thing with all this, of course, this competition, people start complaining, and that kind of led to staff taking my faction's stuff, because people kept on talking about how we were making too much money. People were like, Plan B is making too much money, and they said it was very unfair on how we were making our money. So they just kept on whining to staff, and staff, you know, usually like on professional servers like Vanity or the Archon, which I might be playing there sometime, would just ignore them unless they had solid proof of it being unfair, like say maybe we duped. We didn't dupe, but if we duped, it would be unfair. The point is that everyone had the same amount of chances to get to where we were at that point in the map. So that means our money making method was fair. Still, staff didn't see it that way, and they started taking our stuff. And this is where it kind of showed where staff were very biased towards my faction in general, because it seemed like they only went against us. I mean, there were some factions that they did go against. I don't actually know of many, because there weren't many people who played the map, but they seemed to really just dislike us, and it just really led to some bias. And staff shouldn't really be biased. That should be a requirement for some staff, that they shouldn't really have many personal connections to players on the servers, because that can lead to bias. And when it came to like people accusing us of unfair money-making methods, you know, of course going back to staff bias thing, they didn't listen to both sides of the story. They just took the other faction's word as fact. Like, yep, I think they're telling the truth, so we're going to get rid of their stuff. And that's not really a fair thing to do, because I remember on Mind Lounge, you know, it's an okay server. Even they listened to both sides of the story. Like, I had a lot of complaints about what they did for their server, because to be honest, they didn't even fix dupe glitches like from the very beginning. So there were a lot of dupe glitches and people abusing them. So they actually listened to both sides of the story. So when it came to staff taking our stuff, they did it on multiple occasions, and whenever they did it, they always admitted, oh yeah, we were wrong, and they would actually just take some of our stuff anyways. Even though staff admitted that they were wrong, they still took some of our stuff so they wouldn't look bad. And in one case, like towards the end of, you know, the whole stuff, like the whole of everything, they just took half of our stuff, even though they said that they were wrong. They said, oh yeah, we're gonna limit your money making, we're gonna cut your spawners in half. And it was not fair at all. Like, any factions player who plays on Vanity or Archon will know that that's not fair. So after, you know, the whole cutting our spawners in half, most of my faction wanted to quit. There was already discussion of people saying, yeah, we're just gonna go to Vanity instead, or maybe the Archon. And, you know, that's not a good sign. It's been 3 days into the map, and my faction wants to quit. And I was kind of stressing. So yeah, they did end up just quitting because they were really mad and everything because of staff just being really, really bad. I mean, there were, like, I'm not talking about all the staff as a whole, but I'm not going to mention the people involved. Since they ended up quitting, I didn't have anything because I gave everything to my fac when I started playing. And since my fac didn't even want to log on, I was left with nothing to start up another faction or anything so I could actually record. And, you know, the player base was also dead by this time, so, you know, I couldn't really record anyways. And I did mention this to the management. I'm like, okay, so you guys made my faction quit because of all the stuff your staff team did. I told them this, and they ended up actually just giving me a very rude response. And I'll put it up here on screen, and it kind of just shows that they are, like, well, it might be this person in general, because as soon as I responded to this message, other staff started, well, it was mostly just, I'm gonna say the name, Configurate with a K, by the way. He said he was very sorry for what the other manager did, and big props to Configurate to try to mediate the situation, but I'm sorry, it didn't really work. Because of that unprofessional response, I don't really want to play. I just don't like working with people who are unprofessional. I like working with professional servers. I mean, a lot of the people on your staff team are professional, but it comes down to those little kinks. And guys, that does really just conclude my rant. So if you guys don't give any hate to Cronus really, unless you really want to, like, I don't know. It's really up to you. But yeah, that's all I have for this rant. Bye.